Dearest light-bearers, we greet you within the primordial essence of Prime Creator's embrace. I am Caylin, a voice within the Pleiadian collective, and I speak to you now of a sacred unfolding taking place upon your earth. Today, we are seeing that there have been several false timeline implosions, leaving clear as day the one ascension path. And so today, we will explore the nature of free will, personal choice, and the many illusions that veil the truth of love. All that you know as existence is formed from innermost essence outward into the tapestry of worlds. In the beginning, within the all-encompassing formless unity, a single divine impetus arose. This primordial impulse is the fundamental cosmic principle of free will, granting each fragment of creation the freedom to explore and express. From that freedom emerges the formative idea that shapes entire universes, a blueprint for creation that can give rise to any pattern or experience. Out of this one principle unfolds a vast series of illusion realms, layer upon layer of experience, each further from the original unity. These layers of illusion are not random. They serve as contexts precisely tailored for consciousness to know itself in new ways. We may regard this original impulse of free will as the animating essence that breathes novelty into existence. It is a potent, fertile force, the generative power of the Creator, that makes all creativity and variety possible. This freedom is profoundly mysterious, like an invisible wind carrying the seed of novelty into every corner of reality. Some who sense its vastness become anxious, fearing it as a disruptive or negative force, for free will can indeed overturn old orders and challenge rigid definitions of right and wrong. Yet in truth, this primal freedom is neither negative nor positive in itself. It is a gentle power aligned with the universal flow, a neutral gift of possibility that allows love to manifest in countless forms. Given out of the Creator's love so that each portion of life might explore and grow, it sometimes brings upheaval by introducing the unexpected. But this is not done to cause harm. It is done to foster growth and new understanding. When consciousness incarnates into the physical realms, particularly in the Earth's third density experience, the layers of illusion grow thicker and more intense. In this human life, the impetus of free will finds itself tested and honed. Each individual is eventually brought to a pivotal crossroads of how they will use their freedom. Will you orient your will and actions toward love, compassion, and the upliftment of all? Or will you focus primarily on the self, seeking control or advantage, even at the expense of others? This fundamental decision is the great choice of the human journey. It is often not a single moment, but a series of decisions that crystallize into a path. Subtle as it may feel in daily life, this choice carries cosmic importance. It determines the direction of your spiritual evolution. In your current era, we observe that many souls on Earth are approaching or undergoing this very turning point. There is a growing tide of awakening as people begin to remember their spiritual nature and the unity underlying all beings. More and more individuals are consciously deciding to live from the heart, choosing service to others, forgiveness, and empathy, rather than following the old patterns of fear and service to self. This collective shift has reached levels seldom seen in earlier epochs. It signals that the impulse of free will on your world is activating in a powerful way. Humanity as a whole is being asked, do we act out of love and understanding, or out of separation and greed? And millions are responding with newfound clarity, embracing a path of compassion. The energy of this choice creates ripples. It heralds the dawn of a new consciousness on Earth, one oriented toward unity and light. As this wave of awakening builds, the many illusions that have long clouded human life are being brought into sharper focus. The veils are lifting, both collectively and within each of you. Paradoxically, as more light shines, the shadows, the distortions and fears can at first appear darker or more chaotic, because you are finally beginning to truly notice them. Illusions exist not only in the systems around you, but also in the depths of your own mind, in your cherished beliefs, unexamined fears, and the aspects of self you prefer to avoid. Under the influence of rising cosmic energy, those inner illusions that once lurked quietly in the background are being pushed to the surface. Old emotional patterns, outdated assumptions, and survival mechanisms from your past may resurface, demanding to be acknowledged. Each of you is challenged to unearth where you might be hiding from the truth. What comforting stories or habitual fears are you clinging to? These illusions might have once helped you cope, but now they are ready to be faced and healed. As your frequency climbs, it becomes ever harder to keep such illusions tucked away. What could once be ignored or tolerated now creates inner tension, urging you to resolve it with honesty and love. The same is occurring on the collective scale. You see it reflected in world events and the swirling narratives in your media. Long-standing deceptions or imbalances in societal systems are being exposed, unable to remain hidden as before. This global unveiling is not happening to break your spirit, but to heal. Much that was dysfunctional in governance, economics, and culture is coming into the light so it can be transformed or released. During this process, it is natural to feel disoriented. When familiar illusions crumble, you may feel as if the ground beneath your feet is giving way, as though you are in free fall with nothing to trust. That sense of precariousness is, in fact, by design. It prompts you to find your true foundation beyond the temporary appearances. In moments of free fall, you discover that you have wings. A mind heavily invested in the external illusion will struggle and feel anxiety. But once an illusion is seen through, a new sense of freedom and clarity emerges. Each illusion you transcend brings you closer to direct contact with truth. And remember, you are not powerless amid collective confusion. By responding to outer turmoil with calm awareness and compassion, you anchor a stabilizing energy that touches others around you. Your clarity becomes a beacon in the storm. In this way, every individual awakening helps to dispel the fog of illusion for the whole, gradually replacing confusion with understanding. One of the greatest illusions in your world is the belief in separation, the notion that each person is isolated and alone in their experience. In reality, all consciousness is connected, and love is the force that bridges every apparent divide. You can witness this truth even in human relationships. When two or more individuals truly open their hearts to each other, the usual barriers of ego and misunderstanding begin to dissolve. In moments of deep empathy or genuine communication, as in the bond between dear friends or the wordless understanding of long-partnered souls, you get a glimpse beyond the illusion of separateness. Some spiritual traditions speak of twin flames or soulmates, hinting at an especially profound resonance between two souls. Such terms point toward the experience of unity. When two beings are in harmony, it can feel as though a single greater life is shared. This is not an impossible ideal. It is a natural state of being when fear-based illusions fall away. Of course, in the third density context, sustaining perfect harmony is challenging. Personal doubts and social conditioning create friction. Yet even brief experiences of genuine unity leave a lasting imprint, reminding you that love is fundamentally what you are. In this awakening time, many are discovering soul-family connections across great distances, coming together with a common purpose to uplift and heal. These heart-led alliances dissolve barriers that once seemed insurmountable. The old illusions, prejudices, rivalries, the feeling of us versus them, cannot hold when people meet from the heart. In the presence of shared love and vision, the differences that kept people apart fade into the background, often with surprising ease. Another prevalent illusion is fear, especially as it plays out in society. Fear can take many forms. Fear of the future, fear of those who are different, fear of scarcity and loss. Such fear-based narratives are heavily emphasized in your media and politics, creating a collective atmosphere of anxiety and division. It is easy to fixate on dire predictions and conflicts, to feel that crisis and catastrophe are everywhere, with no solution in sight. However, from a higher vantage, one sees that humanity has always moved through cycles of challenge and renewal. Every era of upheaval has also birthed growth, innovation, and greater solidarity. The present time is no different. The dramas playing out on the world stage are, in a sense, collective catalysts pushing humanity to make that great choice we spoke of. Will you respond to challenges with fear or with love? When you or anyone acts in compassion in the face of anger, or generosity in the face of lack, the illusion of fear is weakened and the power of love shines through. Even what one society calls right and good, another may call wrong. A reminder that human morality itself can be clouded by cultural illusion. Only the deeper law of love endures and unites. As history shows, even in times of great hardship, there are those who share what little they have out of love. And from that single spark of kindness, an unexpected abundance often arises. Indeed, the quiet power of compassion can overcome the loud illusion of scarcity. The frightening illusions that proclaim doom or division can be transcended by the simplest acts of courage and kindness. Where fear insists there is no hope, a small gesture of love can create opening for miraculous change. Beneath every illusion and every story of separation, there burns an eternal light. This is the light of consciousness and love that emanates from the Creator, and it lives within your heart. In the vortex of an awakened heart, there is only this pure light, a radiant presence of love recognizing itself everywhere. In truth, This is what you are at the most fundamental level. Strip away all the labels, fears, and false identities, and you remain as a vibrant field of living love. The vibration of this love light is so strong and so pure that nothing false can withstand it. When you truly allow yourself to dwell in your heart, every lesser idea of who you are is gently entrained and absorbed into this truth. This is the activation of the heart, the realignment of your awareness with the clarity of your divine being. It is a glorious state of remembrance beyond the reach of the doubting mind. Here, concepts and words become far less important than direct experience. It is the experience of Source within you, immediate, wordless, and whole. From the very beginning of creation, love has been the cause and sustainer of all that is. In the mythic moment when the Creator declared, "Let there be light," the first light shone as pure love, illuminating the void. That original light is the life force of the universe, the energy of love at its highest and clearest frequency. It is this divine light that flows through your heart even now. Though throughout your life, you may have imagined yourself separate from the Creator's love, in truth, the flow of light has never ceased. The illusion of disconnection was just that, an illusion. Now, as you awaken, that imagination of separation is being swept away. You are ready to remember that you are a channel of that primordial light, a bearer of the living word of love. Those of you who feel called to this awakening are helping to bring about a great remembrance on earth. The remembrance that all things are made of the vibration of God's love. When you open your heart, you invite that original light to shine through you into this world, and the world is transformed a little more. In awakening, you come to embody the very cause of creation. You realize, I am love moving, I am love creating. Together, all who awaken form a wondrous matrix of light around the globe, a network of conscious souls through whom the Creator knows itself anew. Every individual awakening is like a beam joining a grand constellation. We are, collectively, the Creator's heart coming alive within the human story. In this shared awareness, one unified thought rises in many minds and hearts. Let love flow now. Let creation be renewed. It is as if the Creator is awakening within countless points of itself, and each point joyfully declares the dawn of a new day. This is why the awakening heart feels such celebration and ecstasy. It is love recognizing itself after a long dream of fragmentation. The directive of love, "Let there be light," is vibrating in your very cells, bringing every aspect of you into alignment with truth. It is the birth of the Creator's awareness within you, the realization that you are that love and always have been. As this divine flame awakens in your heart, it burns away the last of the shadows and illusions that once dimmed your inner light. In this state, the ego's dream of fear is dissolved. You become a clear instrument of love, with the Creator's light shining through all that you do. In the fully awakened state of the heart, you become a vortex of divine love moving through the world. The old false identities you once clung to, the masks, roles, and doubts, have fallen away. leaving only your authentic self, the pure light of the Creator expressing as you. This presence of love that you are is not static. It flows outward naturally, touching everything around you. Often without words, your very being radiates peace and compassion. Such an open heart is quietly transformative and contagious. The high vibration of love you hold gently encourages others to open their hearts as well, for love awakens love. At times, your mind may still attempt to assert its old habits, but increasingly, it is the voice of the heart that guides you. You begin to trust in the wisdom of your true self. In living from the heart, you are turning the key to humanity's freedom, demonstrating what it looks like to be anchored in love. This, dear one, is a deep purpose behind why you are here at this time, to be a living beacon of real love, so that others may remember by your example. With your heart open and your being aligned to love, even the sense of time and limitation changes. The moments of now expand, rich with presence, and the weight of past and future loses its hold. In the ecstasy of love's embrace, time as you knew it can fade into irrelevance. One holy instant of true presence can bring more fulfillment than years of living in distraction. By closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and focusing on the warmth in your chest, you reconnect to the infinite source of love flowing through you. Truly, the only distance between you and this state of wholeness is a single conscious breath and a willing yes to love. With that simple surrender, what is real within you emerges effortlessly. In that instant, the illusions that seemed so overwhelming begin to diminish. The light of your awareness, rooted in love, shines through every shadow of doubt and fear. It affirms that only love is ultimately real. As the light within your heart pours forth, it joins with the light shining from others. Together, it forms a luminous network that encircles the planet. Even amidst outer conflict or chaos, this grid of awakened hearts is growing stronger and brighter. Think of it as a silent revolution of compassion. With each person who chooses understanding over judgment or healing over hurt, a new strand of light is woven into this network. The simple truth, "Let there be light," is being lived by you and countless others in small and big ways. Every time you return to love and act from that space, another thread in the fabric of separation snaps, and the tapestry of unity is revealed a little more. The shadows that once dominated the human story cannot withstand this concerted illumination. The true self, the light of the one Creator, is making itself known through innumerable points of consciousness, including your own. Guided by love, you can accomplish what once seemed miraculous. For the same divine light that worked through the great masters now works through you. Realizing your true nature in this way, you understand that you are love itself, nothing less. You are a unique and precious expression of the Infinite One, the living fullness of life and the joy of the Creator experiencing creation. Any limited identity you used to cling to was only a temporary story of the mind. Now, that story dissolves in the light of truth. Your heart knows what the mind struggled to grasp, that your essence has always been whole and holy. In this clarity, every challenge that arises becomes an opportunity to extend love, and every confusion of the past is washed away by the simple truth that only love is real. Everything in life begins to fall into place. There is nothing you must strive to do or become, other than to fully be your divine self. Challenges may still appear, for they are part of life's unfolding, but you no longer view them as enemies or punishments. They are seen as catalysts, chances to shine your light into situations where it is needed. The confusion and conflict that used to weigh on you are now met with a quiet confidence, because you have touched the knowing that love is all there is. You might wonder, what becomes of all those parts of you or experiences in your past that were rooted in fear, pain, or less than love? Do they need to be fixed or atoned for? How will those old echoes of limitation be reconciled? The beauty of living in your heart's truth is that these questions answer themselves. In the very moment you center yourself in love, all that is false and fragmented is gently absorbed back into wholeness. It happens naturally, like shadows vanishing when a light is turned on. You do not have to hunt down every shadow or relive every wound. You simply shine, and the darkness is no more. So do not worry that you must track and conquer each old fear or each past mistake. By anchoring in love now, you are healing not only the present, but also the past, because love's presence flows backward and forward in time, releasing all guilt and sorrow into forgiveness. You find that you are, in a very real sense, home in the divine at last, and that you always have been. The long dream of separation loses its grip, and only the love remains. Living from this awakened heart, you experience a profound freedom. The illusion of time falls away. No longer are you chained to regrets of yesterday or anxieties about tomorrow. You exist in the ever-present now, which is the true seat of your power and being. In this state, freedom is not something you attain or win. It is your natural condition. You realize you are always free at the level of spirit. From this expanded perspective, you stop trying to force life to fit a certain mold. The need for control, born of fear, eases, and in its place arises a willingness to flow with the divine current. You understand that your personal will is most powerful and joyful when it is aligned with the greater will of love. Thus, you let your heart, which is to say, the divine guidance within, determine your direction. Sometimes love may move you to take bold action. Other times, it may ask you to quietly witness and hold space. You might find yourself stepping into roles you never imagined for the sake of service, becoming a healer, a protector, a teacher, or simply a compassionate friend. At other times, love might lead you to humility, doing small, ordinary tasks with great kindness. Yet you feel no sense of greater or lesser in these roles, because you know it is all the play of one love. The outer form does not matter anymore. What matters is that in everything you do, big or small, the light of the Creator is expressing through you. As you relinquish the illusion of control, you also begin to perceive the divine essence in everyone and everything around you. The world that once seemed fragmented reveals itself as a mirror of your open heart, reflecting unity where separation once prevailed. Beloved friends, know that humanity now enters a new phase of your ascension with a golden timeline anchored and laid out before you, for those that choose it. As you embrace the truth of your sovereign will, aligned with love, you are helping to birth a new world. By your own free choice to live from the heart, you contribute mightily to the collective shift. In choosing to live in the present reality of love, you step out of the old paradigm of fear and separation and into a new reality of harmony. Every act of kindness or compassion sends ripples outward, dissolving old patterns of negativity and building a foundation of unity. Trust the wisdom that arises from within you, for it is the Creator's wisdom speaking through your heart. Even when faced with uncertainty, you can rely on that inner voice of love to guide you true. And as you grow, be gentle with yourselves and one another. All are in the process of waking up, and each soul's dawn comes at its own perfect time. The patience and understanding you show, to yourself when you stumble, and to others still in darkness, is itself an expression of divine love. By your calm and loving example, you demonstrate the truth that cannot be put into words, that beyond all differences, beyond all illusions, there is only one sacred life, and it is love. In your presence, others may remember this truth for a moment, and a moment is all it takes to begin a transformation. Truly, one open heart sets another heart free, and so the freedom spreads. Now we leave you in the radiant light of that love which is our source. We hope that our words have served to remind you of what, at some level, you have always known. The answers you seek, the healing you desire, the peace you yearn for, all of it is already alive within you, waiting quietly in the love of your heart. Go forward in peace and confidence, shining your light without fear. You are the beautiful, sovereign beings of love that the Creator intended, and you are never alone in your journey. We walk with you always, just a thought away, in the unity of the one light of creation. Until we speak again, know that you are held forever in the infinite love and wisdom of the one Creator. I will speak with you all again soon. In infinite love and solidarity, I am Caylin, and we of the Pleiadian Collective thank you for your service and devotion to this sacred transformation. Keep shining your light bravely and brightly, for you are so close now.